All right, welcome everybody. Coach Noah here. Welcome to my channel. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit that like and share button. Make sure you smash that notification bell so you don't miss out on any more value. If you're watching on Facebook, welcome to my page. Make sure you like this post, share this post, and comment something good below. All right, so y'all, first off, I want to start by saying I'm just very thankful, very grateful for this opportunity. I'm grateful for this platform to be able to share this value. I'm grateful for my team, the leaders we have inside of our community, anybody that's been a mentor, coach, anybody that's showed me anything that's helped me get to this place where I'm at. Um, I'm very grateful, right? Very grateful for everything I have, everything I know that I will have. All right, so with that being said, let's get into it. Signal Sniper, right? Signal Sniper. I know you've been seeing me post my results, and you're probably wondering how can you get access, right? How can you be a part of this, right? And I'm gonna break it down to you guys in this video, step by step, and after you can make a decision whether you want to take advantage of this opportunity or not. All right. So the reason why I'm sharing this, right? Because obviously I don't have to share this to make money. Right? I don't have to sign anybody up um, in order to make money with this. Right? I can just use the Signal Sniper software, profit, and never speak to anybody. Right? But the reason why I make these videos, the reason why I share these opportunities is because I want to see you increase. Right? I get off on helping other people with things that help them make money or just make their life better. That's what I like to do. Right. So that's why I share this. And I get paid for it. Right. So why not share it with you guys? If I'm gonna get paid for it too and be able to help you all in one, like why not? Yeah, I could sit back and not talk to anybody, be an introvert, which is really what I am, right? I'm not really an extrovert. I'm just somebody that likes to chill back, not really be too social. So yeah, that's my reason of doing this. And if you're watching, you're somebody that I want to help. Okay. It doesn't matter if we've fallen out in the past. It doesn't matter if we've had a problem with each other, right? I'm not gonna let I'm not gonna let that stop me from my mission, right? Stop me from my purpose. So it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter what's happened. You can always DM me, and I'm always gonna be down to help you run it up or help you get in a better space in your life. All right. So yeah, um, that's why I'm doing this, right? So if you ever see this, just know it's all love, and there's no hate on this side. Okay, if we worked together before, and maybe we may have stopped working together, um, it's no bad blood. Okay, because God is still blessing. I'm still in God's favor, and I'm just very grateful, right? Very grateful. And who am I to hold this opportunity from anybody? Who am I to do anything like that, right? So it's just my mission, and that's what I'm doing, right? I'm just fulfilling my assignment. So yeah, y'all. With that being said, let's get into it, right? Signal Sniper software. Um, this is going to be a system that's going to allow you to make $200 or more per day trading, even as a beginner. Okay, so even if you're somebody that's coming on and you have no idea what trading is, or you've never placed a trade ever in your life, that doesn't matter. Okay, this system is going to be like training wheels for you, right? It's going to guide you every step of the way, and then you're also going to have me. You're going to have the community support. So yeah, you're going to be good, right? With no experience. So this is going to be a side hustle. It's going to take about 1 to 2 hours of your time, and you can do this 7 days per week if you want. Um, it's not going to take barely or any of your own capital. Okay. Um, the Signal Sniper is going to give you high probability setups, and it's going to allow us to make $200 per day, which will equal $4,000 per month. All right. So why $200? Right? Why $200? First off, this is a realistic goal. Okay, to be able to make $200, it's not nothing crazy. Anybody can do that with a couple trades, right? Placing a couple trades, and you're at $200. So It's realistic. Small wins. Okay, we're going to stack up the small wins: $200, $200, $200 per day, and it's going to equal into a big result. All right. Also, $200 is going to allow us to not overtrade. Okay, it's at a point where we're not trying to overtrade. We're not trying to hurry up and get rich in one day. And also, $200 is easy to scale. All right, so we're going to go from $200 per day to 400 to 600, 800 to 1,000. Right, when we have 5 accounts, we'll be at $1,000 per day. All right, right now I'm at about $200 to $400 per day. All right, which is pretty good. Requirements: you're going to need a laptop or a PC. Okay, I haven't figured out how to do it all from your phone yet, but once I do, then you'll be able to do that, right? But right now, you need a laptop or PC just to install the software onto your trading view. And then once it's on your trading view, then you can use it on your phone if you want. Like I said, it's going to take about 1 to 2 hours per day. Okay, we're going to be trading together. You're going to need the Signal Sniper software. You're going to need a prop firm account, which is going to be about $100. Okay, for a $50,000 account. And you're going to have to use risk management. Okay, so that's something you're going to need to exercise through this whole thing, because if you don't use risk management, you're going to continue to blow account after account after account and keep wasting money and time. Right, so you don't want to do that. So yeah, I'm going to give you guys a little training on that here in a bit. Okay, so the power of the Signal Sniper. What's the power of this? So once you gain access, you're going to get access to 3 different strategies in one. Okay, you're going to get access to the wave catcher strategy, the Fibonacci strategy, and then my gold strategy. Okay, I trade mostly gold. So yeah, I'm going to be leading that section. And then we have 2 other leaders that are going to be leading the other strategies. Right. So whatever strategy works for you, that's the one that you run with. Right. If you like trading gold with me, then you can just stick with me. If you want to use the Fibonacci strategy, then you can do that. If you want to use the wave catcher, whichever one works for you, that's the one that you stick with. Right. So prop firm, right? Like I've mentioned, you're going to need a prop firm account. So what is a prop firm account? This is access to a large amount of capital, right? A company is going to give you a large amount of capital to be able to trade with and leverage off of, right? Profit off that size account. So usually it's 25,000 to about $200,000 accounts. What we're going to be using is a $50,000 account, which is about $100. Okay. With the prop firms, this is usually how it works. You first get the prop firm account, then you got to pass the first phase. Okay. It's usually 1 to 2 phases. The one that we'll be doing is a 1-phase account. We reach $3,000 in profit. Once we reach $3,000 in profit, then we get access to the live account. Okay. From that point, the profit that we make on top of that, we're going to split with the company 90-10, right? We'll keep 90%. The company will keep 10%. All right. Makes sense. Okay. So this isn't going to take really a large amount of your capital. Like I said, all you're going to do is spend $100 and get access to $50,000. Okay. So all we have to do is meet the target. We meet the $3,000 target on the $50,000 account. We get the live account. Then we follow the rules, take our setups, and then we profit. Right. As long as we meet the target and we follow the rules, we keep the account. That's all we have to do. Right. So how are we going to make $200 per day? Right. How are we going to do this? So you're going to get access. You're going to buy the Signal Sniper software. Right. That's $150. One time you get lifetime access. Then we're going to go over to Take Profit Trader. We're going to get a prop firm account for $100. Okay, $50,000 account. Then you're going to get inside the trade room. We're going to jump on and trade together Tuesday through Thursday, 9 a.m. Eastern time, and we're going to risk 5% per trade. Okay, and then once we reach $200 to $250, we're going to be done for the day. Right. So usually this happens in it should happen in 1 to 2 clean setups, but usually it might take a little bit more. Right, just depending on the market. But we're going to try to get it done in about 1 to 2 trades. Okay. But yeah, some days it's not going to be perfect, right? We may be have to take 15, 20 trades on some sessions. Okay. We may have to scalp a couple trades. But what I try to do, I try to stay in trades as long as I can. So I try to make it less trades, but make more profit. All right. So that's how we're going to make our $200 per day. So risk management, right? So this is the part that you got to pay attention on, right? If you're watching right now, you got to pay attention to this part, right? If you want to do this with me and you want to profit and scale, you're going to have to use risk management, proper risk management. Okay, so this is a very, very key part. So if you don't pay attention to nothing that I tell you, you have to pay attention to this slide. If you don't, you're going to continue wasting money, continue to blow accounts, and you're going to continue to not be successful in trading, right? You're going to want to quit. If you keep blowing accounts, it's just going to make you want to quit and give up on trading. All right. So risk management. So we're only taking A+ setups, right? What does that mean? When we see all of our confirmations, right, after we make our analysis and we see all of our confirmations, then we take the trade. Okay, so let me show you guys what I mean. All right, I'm gonna share my screen with you. You should be able to see my screen in 3, 2, 1. All right, so you should be able to see my screen. Okay, so what do I mean by A+ setups? Okay, so this is what your chart's gonna look like at first. All right, so after we draw up our analysis, okay, we draw up our analysis. I'm gonna show you guys how to do that in the training. Then that's one confirmation, okay, our own analysis, and that's the best analysis. Then we come over here, we put the signal sniper on the chart. All right, so look like this here. This is the second confirmation. Okay, it's going to give us a signal. You see the buy or sell signal. Third confirmation will be this chart here. All right, I'll give you guys training on how to read this. That's the third confirmation. Fourth is our side, right? This little green and red little diagram. All right, so I'll show you how to read this as well. But once we see all of our confirmations and everything's lined up, then we take the trade. All right. So stop loss. You have to use a stop loss for every trade if you don't want to blow your account, right? This is why most traders blow their account, because they do not use a stop loss, right? So what do I mean by a stop loss? Let's say we got in for a buy right here. All right, just for example, I'm gonna get in for a buy, right? Just a small lot size. Okay, so if we're getting for a buy, we'll click this buy. This is going to be your units, okay, the contracts. This right here, you don't want to over leverage. So with Take Profit Trader, you can only take, I think it's 6 units at a time, or you breach your account. So you don't want to over leverage, right? And what I mean by that is taking like let's say I just put 6 right here, right? That's over leveraging the account, because if I do that and it doesn't go my way, it's probably going to blow my account and I'm gonna lose the profit from account. All right, so what I like to keep it around 2 to 3 for every trade, right? But for this example, I'm just gonna do 1, and then the stop loss, right? So whatever we say, we put the stop loss. Let's say we're getting in for a buy, and we put the stop loss here. All right, let's say our stop loss is there, 25,701. Okay, set the stop loss, take the buy, and now we're in for a trade. Okay, now let's say this doesn't go our way, right? We're in for a buy. Let's say it doesn't go the way we want it to go, and it comes back, hits our stop loss. It's going to close us out of this trade so that we only lose a certain amount, right? So you want to make sure the amount that you're risking is not going to hurt your account, right? Make sure that it's enough to where you can handle it. So I like to keep my loss around $50 to $100. Okay, my stop loss. And if it does come back and hit my stop loss, then it's cool, right? I've only lost $50 to $100. But what you don't want to do is not use a stop loss and think that, oh, I'm just so confident, right, in this trade that it's going to go my way. And then you walk away from the chart and then you come back and you blown your account. All right. So we use a stop loss for every single trade. Okay. Every single trade, you want to make sure you use a stop loss and that we know how much we're risking. Right. That's how you control your risk and control your loss. If you do that for every trade, right, you're only going to lose a certain amount for every trade, but we're going to win way more than we lose. Right. So as long as we're winning way more than we lose, we're good. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of this trade and profit. Right. But yeah, so that's how that will go. Right. So as long as we're using proper risk management, we're not over leveraging our account, we're using our stop loss, we're taking A+ setups, we should be good. Right. Okay. And we also want to make sure we're stopping after we meet our goal. All right. So if we reach $250, then we're done for the day. Whatever our goal is, we want to make sure once we reach it, we're done trading. If we don't reach it and we lose for the day, then we're done trading, right? We don't try to revenge trade or try to get back in for trades because we lost money. Okay. But yeah, like I said, if we use proper risk management, we'll keep our account and continue to scale. All right. So what's the daily routine going to look like? What's the daily routine? All right, guys. And if you want to go ahead and get set up, right, get access to the Signal Sniper, you can go ahead and go to thesignalsniper.com, or you can click the link in the description. Okay. I'll also put the link in the comments. PS thesignalsniper.com. All right, there we go. All right, so the link's in the comments, and you also have the link in the description. Okay, so if you want to go ahead and get access, go ahead and get set up, get inside the group. All right, then you can go ahead and do that. If you want help, if you want me to walk you through, go ahead and DM me the word sniper, and I'll walk you through. All right, so what's the daily routine look like? So first things first, we plug in to God. We get in alignment. Okay. That's the very first thing that we want to do. Once I started doing that before I traded, I started noticing a difference in my results. All right. Once I started forming a relationship with Jesus Christ, getting closer to God, and meditating, making sure that my mind is clear before I jump on the chart, that's when I notice a difference. Okay. So that's the very first thing we want to do before we jump on the chart. After we do that, then we jump on, we check the news. Okay, so we always want to make sure that we head over here. You guys should be able to see my screen. All right, we head over here to Forex Factory. All right, this is going to give us the major news events. Okay, we head over to calendar. All right, and it's going to give us the major news events, the day, the time, the currency, and then the impact. All right, the impact is broken into 3 different categories: low impact, mild, and high impact. All right. So anytime you see a red or orange folder, that just means that there's going to be a lot of movement in the market, right? So you just want to make sure you brace yourself for the day. Okay. But yeah, you can see here, we got red folder news tomorrow, not till 2 p.m. And then Wednesday, okay, New Year's, but I probably won't be trading during here. I may catch a couple crypto plays, but we won't be trading any pairs. It's a bank holiday, right? So then we'll jump back on the regular pairs Looks like Monday. Okay, January 5th is when market should start back up. All right, market will be open on Friday, January 2nd, but I try to stay out of the market on Fridays. Okay, so we'll start back up on our regular pairs, trading gold and our regular pairs January 5th. But yeah, like I said, in between now till January 5th, I'll be trying to look for the crypto plays as well. Okay. So yeah, we always want to come over here, check Forex Factory, check out the news, and then you can click here if you want to see the details of the news event. Okay. And then after we check the news, then we jump on our chart to draw our analysis. All right. So once we do that, then we load the signal sniper for extra layer confirmation. Okay. We check all our confirmation boxes and then we wait for the clean setup. Once we see that, then we take the trade. Once we win, then we do the same thing for the second trade. Okay. Once we hit our goal, then we would log our results. Okay. This is one of the most important steps is logging your results, right? Not just stop trading for the day and then just go on about your day. You want to make sure you take time to go over your trades, see why you got in and out of trades when you did, how you could have did it better on trades, and just tracking your results, right? That's the only way we're going to get to our end goal is by tracking our progress as we go. So we got to log our results, right? We got to journal. Okay, so the income breakdown. What's the income potential? Like I said, we're aiming for $200 per day. So if we do that 5 days per week, we'll be at $1,000 per week, $4,000 per month, $50,000 per year. Now, obviously, it can be more or it can be less, right? If your goal is $50, then obviously it'll be less. All right. So results. So we do have a results group, a Facebook group where we post our results. Let me show you guys. Okay. Signal Sniper. All right. So this is the group you'll be added to. And yeah, this is just a place where we post our results, uplift each other. Okay. You can connect with other like-minded individuals. You'll get updates about the Signal Sniper software, announcements. All right. Shout out to Coach David, $632 in profit with the Signal Sniper. He says the best 99 he ever spent. All right. So yeah, before Christmas, it was $99. After Christmas, went up to $150. After New Year's, price will go up again. All right. So take advantage. I'm telling you, take advantage because this Signal Sniper software, I think it's worth thousands. All right. I think it's worth thousands, but right now it's only $150 for you to get access, right? One time, lifetime access. All right. So yeah, we got our Facebook group where we post our results. We got daily and weekly payouts, consistent wins with the Signal Sniper software. Scaling plan. All right. Like I said, we're going to start with one $50,000 account. That's going to make us $200 per day. Then we're going to scale to two $50,000 accounts. Now we're at $400 per day, right? And so on till we get to 5 platform accounts, and we'll be sitting at $1,000 per day once we reach that. Okay. So what are you going to get? Right? When you purchase the Signal Sniper software for $150, you're going to get 3 strategies in one. Okay. You're going to get my training. It's going to break down all 3 strategies. You're going to get the step-by-step training. It's going to show you how to get access to the live weekly calls, how to get access to our community, 24/7 support. You're also going to get access to the blueprint, the prop firm blueprint, which is going to break down how to scale your prop firm. And then, like I said, well, this sale already passed, but right now you can get access to the Signal Sniper software for $151 time. And after New Year's, price will go up. All right. So y'all take advantage, right? Take advantage right now. If you want to get access, go to thesignalsniper.com. You got the link in the description. Also in the comments, you can see it there. But yeah, y'all take advantage, right? This is your opportunity. Go into the new year different, right? How people usually go into the new year is they trying to find the party, trying to get drunk. So They can get that kiss at 12 o'clock, right? But go into it different this year, right? With a different energy. Go into it investing in yourself, getting access to a tool that will help you build a skill that will continue to pay you, not take money from you, right? Go into the new year differently. I'm telling you, that's what I started to do. And that's why now, at the end of this year, I have money in my bank account. We're making money daily, passively, right? I have this system set up and now things are better, right? But if I didn't take the time to invest in myself and stop going into the new year the same way, this would have never happened for me. Okay, so I want your end of the 2026 to be different. How is it going to be different? It's by you doing something different going into the new year. This is definitely something different for you, right? Investing in yourself, you're getting access to a tool that's going to help you learn a skill that's very, very valuable. Okay, it's going to allow you to pay yourself daily on top of whatever money that you're already making, right, at your job. And you can do this all from your phone. You don't have to talk to people. You don't have to sell anything. You don't have to do any recruiting. You just wake up, press a couple buttons, and you're good for the day, right? So, yeah, y'all. I hope that you got value from this. If you do see value in it, again, you got the link. If you need help, you can also reach out to me. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all on the next one. Let's go.